Hi, everyone. My name is Melissa, and I'm the owner of Melissa Forziat Events and Marketing. Today, I wanted to share with you another marketing tip of the week called How to Successfully Market If You Have Multiple Target Markets. Now, I wanted to give you a little information first on why I chose to talk about this week. A lot of the business owners that I talk to, whenever I talk about defining your target market and knowing how to reach them and how to get them to convert, one of the first questions that will come up is, but what if I have more than one target market? How do I communicate with them? It comes up so frequently that I felt like I needed to address that here. So, before I get into that content, if you wanted to read this in greater depth, I do have a link in the description that'll take you back to my website, but I'll also read it here, so stick with me. How to successfully market if you have multiple target markets. If you're a small business owner, you've probably heard the words target market at some point. Knowing who your target markets are is critical for your success in marketing. It's equally critical for your success in generating sales. If you want your business to make money and not waste a lot of money doing inefficient marketing in the process, being clear on your target markets is the first step. But what if you're trying to reach multiple target markets? Today, we'll talk about how to successfully market if you have multiple target markets. Before we can talk about the multiple target markets scenario, let's be clear on what definition I'm using. Your target market is the type of person or business that would be interested in your product, your service, your idea, or your program. With that definition, you can see how important it is to know who those people are. If you've had the experience of someone spending a lot of time trying to sell you something you didn't want, you can understand why you wouldn't want to inflict that on somebody else. It's a waste of time for you and for them. When you give your message to the right type of person, you're actually helping them. You're filling a need or a want that they have right now or that they might have in the future. This is great news all around. You're a potential resource, and they are potential customers. The fundamental principle of effective marketing is to get the right message to the right audience. That's it. No matter what fancy tools we use or how much money we might throw at it, it all comes down to that. If you know what the right message is, and if you know what the right audience is, you can find your customers. It may take time to build the relationship, but you're building smart, potentially profitable relationships. However, another thing you might realize is that your business probably has multiple target markets. In most cases, there is more than one type of business or person who would be a great customer for you. This can make it difficult if you're trying to be efficient with your marketing materials. So what do? The key that I want to get across is this. You want to get the right message to the right audience. So you have to be specific when you talk to each target market. As humans living on this earth, we're constantly inundated with information. Most of the input is just noise, and we block it out. We are looking for cues that something is relevant and worth paying attention to. If you want someone to pay attention to your message, you have to load it with cues that are specific to them so they realize that they need to take notice. It could be stating their name or stating a problem they identify with. It could be identifying them in some way. I started this tip by saying, if you're a small business marketer, to signal to people who are marketing small businesses. But what do you do about all your marketing collateral? All those materials that you're creating. You have one website and can't afford another? That's okay. Have a tab or a landing page for each different target market so you have somewhere to direct them that is specifically designed for them. Working on your business cards? You can likely still get a bulk rate on multiple versions if they are similar enough. So change the language, the job title, the picture. Make it appropriate so you don't have to make excuses when you distribute it to someone who isn't quite the right fit for that card, even though they'd be the perfect customer for you. Trying to combine three completely different businesses on one Facebook page? That's confusing for your audience. They'll end up only being interested in a small percentage of your posts, and you won't know which people are interested in which thing and how to redirect them. You have to look at it at just resource by resource, but always remember that you are actually more efficient with your marketing when you separate your messages. You want conversions, and that will only happen if your target market really identifies with what you're saying. So if you have multiple target markets, be clear about every type of person or business you want to reach. Define them, know them, and know what they need to hear from you to start listening to your message. And then send the right people to the right message. So if you have multiple target markets for your business, I hope that this tip helped you and gave you some ideas about how to approach this. Again, if you wanted to read this in greater depth, go back to that link in the description and it'll send you back to my website. Good luck and happy marketing.